I'm going to open up the sample game tutorial and go into the editor mode. Now the scene manager is already open, but if you're in, let's say, the scene view, you can open up the scene manager by clicking this menu icon right here that says Manage Scenes. Now on the left, go down to the Publish tab. Click Publish. We have two options. You can build to PlayCanvas. In that case, PlayCanvas will be hosting your build and they'll create a unique link for you. The other option, and what we're going to be doing, is downloading a zip file of the project build. This allows us to self-host the project. After we click download, a form opens up where we enter details about this build. So we're going to enter the title, Keepy Up. Now, down here on the options, we have concatenate scripts, and I can tell you a little bit about what this does. When we add a check to concatenate scripts, all of the JavaScripts in our project are going to be put together in a single file. Now, when we don't concatenate the scripts, the JavaScripts are going to be left as their individual scripts. I'm going to download both and show you how this looks. Now select all of the scenes you want included in this build. I just want the game scene, and then click Download. Now it's preparing the build, and once that's ready, we're going to hit Download again. Now I want to do the same, but this time with the scripts concatenated, so I'm going to check the Concatenate Scripts option. Build again. Now we got our second download going. I've extracted the two zip files. We have the non-concatenated version on the left and the concatenated version on the right. Now the difference is, in the concatenated version, we have a file here named gamescript.js, and if we open this file, you'll see a beautifully unformatted JavaScript that contains all of the JavaScript in our game. All of our game assets are stored in the folder Files, Assets, and then all of these interesting numbers. I'm going to do the same for the other. Now I'm going to do a quick search for our javascripts.js, and you'll see here in the concatenated version, none of our JavaScripts are in here because they're concatenated together in that script I showed you. Whereas on the non-concatenated version, all of our JavaScripts are here in their individual files. All of the files we need to run our project on the web page are here in this folder. Now let's get it running on GitHub. I'm going to create a new GitHub repository, and we're going to call it Keepy Up. Be careful not to name your repo with underscores, like Keepy_up. The repo name is used as a URL, and URLs don't accept underscores. Now we're going to create the repository. Now I'm going to upload all of the contents of our Keepy Up project folder into the repository, and I usually do this through a shell console. So I'm going to open up git bash, and I'm going to type git init to initialize this folder as a GitHub repository, git add dot to add all of the files into this commit, and then git commit -m to add a message. We're going to say adding to a web page. This is completely arbitrary. And now I'm just going to copy in the last two steps. We're going to git remote add origin and then git push. If you scroll back down to GitHub Pages, we've got our site is going to be published at this website. Now it looks like it's about to work, but it's not quite. So let's take a quick look at what's going on. We're going to open the inspector. Now for Chrome, you can just hit F12, or you can right-click, hit inspect, and go over to the console. Now we've got a lot of red errors here. Basically says everything failed to load. So how do we fix this problem? According to Yaren S. from PlayCanvas forums, we're just going to add a .nojekyll file to our project. We're going to go back to our GitHub and add a new file. We're going to call it .nojekyll. No contents, commit, and reload our project. And there you have it. Thanks, Yaren. Now the reason for this fix is because GitHub uses Jekyll, and Jekyll has a special way of treating files that have an underscore in the beginning of their name. So to bypass Jekyll, we have to add a file called nojekyll.